Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope that you all have commanded your day. I hope that you all got a good rest and your reset. I hope that you got you a good cup of coffee. Hope that you're focused. Hope there's nothing on your mind except getting the load there safely and sound, as well as yourself, and returning back to your family. Okay, today's winter, today winter trucker to trucker tip is cold makes hands numb. It makes your fingers numb. It makes your fingers numb. And so you want to have you some really good cow leather gloves, cowhide, gator skin gloves to keep your hands warm and keep them in thermal. It'll hold heat. Those gloves, those type of gloves holds heat. So let's get into it. I'm not going to hold you long. Cold reduces feel. Steering input, brake pressure, and throttle control suffers when hands stiffen. Gloves help, but awareness matters more. Feel is feedback. So you want to make sure that your hands have good feeling in them. If your hands begin to get numb, moving without you wanting them to move, holding on to the steering wheel with the grip, and it's hard for you to ungrip your steering wheel, you need to warm up your truck. You need to warm up your hands. You need to pull over because you don't have control of your truck at that point. So you want to get some good thermal gloves. You want to get some hand warmers. Sometimes you may have to get a thin pair of like knitted gloves and put over over your hands, and then put another set of gloves, especially when you're getting out, messing with your hoses, or you doing your pre-trip, or you opening up trailers. When I drive in my truck, I keep a pair of the small knitted gloves on my steering wheel because I don't have a heated steering wheel. So to make sure that my steering wheel, I can have control of it and that it's not so cold, so I can warm it up with the gloves. You can also put your heaters towards your steering wheel. You don't have to have all of them on it, but to keep your fingers good and warm because you want to have good blood flow in your hands. So it's very important to cover up your hands and to be mindful of the feelings in your hand, to make sure you still have feeling in your hands, to make sure they're moving properly, doing what you ask them to do. You can do like little tests, lift a finger, do thumb, to make sure that you got motion and blood flow in your hands, because you need your hands in trucking. Why it matter? Reduced sensitivity causes overcorrection. Your hands get stiff and stuff. You have to turn the wheel. You can turn it too much. You can flip. You can jackknife. You can slide. And you don't want to be in those situations where you're out of the truck is out of control. You're getting hurt. Someone else is getting hurt. So you want to be extremely mindful. To make sure your hands are feeling normal. Your hands should feel like summer hands, spring hands. If your hands are feeling like ice cubes, stiff, no blood flow, it's hard to bend your fingers. You need to pull over, rub your hands together, get your hands, and get the feeling back in your hands. Also, if your hands are cold, do not run hot water over your hands. You want to drip cold. Trust me, you want to drip cold water over your hands, so they can, because that cold water is still warmer than the outside elements. If your hands are feeling frozen, then slowly bring the warmth into it, then to bring the hot into it. You just don't want to go with such a hot water because it's going to hurt and it's going to burn. It's going to hurt and burn, not because the water is so hot, because your hands is shocking them. It's like if you blanching green beans or broccoli, and then you shock them in the cold water. You're shocking your hands with that hot water. So you want to gradually bring your fingers and stuff back to life. Okay, today's focus: warm hands and slow inputs. So you want to make sure your hands are working properly, your fingers, your palms, your wrists, and then slow inputs, which means when you're steering, you don't want to oversteer. You don't want to press your brakes so hard. So, you want to keep controlling. You don't want to have a panic move or overcorrection move. So you want to be extremely mindful of your inputs on your steering wheel, your brakes, your J brakes, and especially if you're clutching in a manual, you don't want to bust your clutch. You don't want to do that. And it's good to stay in low gear if you're clutching, if you're not in the automatic, to stay in low gear, especially going doing on mountains. And if your load is heavy and is ice around, you want to kind of stay in low gear. You don't want to be in the top 7 gears. Mini trucker prayer, the mini trucker prayer. Restore feeling and control into my hands. Help me move gently and precisely. Carry me safely to the day. So restore feeling and control in my hands. Not only just the movement in the hand, steering wheel, you don't want to overcorrect. Help me move gently and precise. Don't rush. Don't panic. It's already cold, and cold brings out the best in people. So you want to stay calm, cool, and collected, and you want to stay, keep focused, and you want to keep your distance. You don't want to be up on nobody. You don't want to be up on nobody. This is not the season for it. It's never the season for it, but especially summer. Carry me safely today. So I just pray that everybody have a safe route, lane, trip, and wherever you're going, that God send His mercy, and His angels to protect you and your rig. I pray that no trucker, get killed out there. I feel that we are first responders because we keep America moving. We keep and other truckers in other countries keep their country moving. So just be safe in what you do. Be safe, be prayerful, walk in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? And as for the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart, be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. All right, my trucker feelings. Reels are rolling. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay aware. Till next time, keep rolling.